A very good morning to you. I hope you are well. We've got a brand new guest here to Hochanda with a familiar brand, and we're already selling. We're not selling Joe.
Not anybody buy me, that's the thing.
Well, yes, I think they would. I think they would. But let me introduce you to Joe. Thank you so much for coming to Hochanda for us today. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your connection with Lavinia Stamps?
Yeah, I actually came into crafting like a lot of people do through ill health. I used to be a radiographer at the Christie Hospital in Manchester, and I got medically retired. And like a lot of people, I found I had time on my hands, and also I found that cards were very expensive to buy where I lived. So started making them, and from there I found craft shops, I found channels on television, I found craft shows which I'd never been to before, never heard of them.
Wow.
Well, you don't, you see, when you're not in.
Not.
And then I found stamp companies, and I adore stamping. I adore the fact I can start with a piece of paper and I can build it up. And do you know what? There's no right and wrong, it's just having fun. And I met Tracy at one of the shows, fell in love with the detail of Lavinia Stamps.
Yes.
And the fact that they're all hand-drawn, I think that's so important. And so here I am, I joined the design team.
What a fabulous story. And now here you are on television, and you do workshops as well. So much more to tell you about that, but we do have an expert in the house. Now, we've got a giveaway in the show today. Oh my word. I don't really want to give it away, to be fair.
Well, I'm
do you
thinking,
think I could keep
can we
it?
take it? Yeah, I'll fight you for it.
I'm being told I've got to give it away. Okay, here, are you ready for this? For anyone that buys anything throughout the show during this hour is going to get a chance to win. Oh my word. Take a look at that. How gorgeous is that, and how lovely will that look in your home?
And that's Una. That's one of the new stamps we've got on today. So that's newly released today.
So brand new release. There's Una right there. And this, oh, I really don't want to. Do I have to give it? Do I, Trace? Do I have to give it? I do have to give it away. Oh. Anyone that buys anything throughout the show will be announcing the winner later on. It's all part of celebrating Lavinia Stamps. It's all part of celebrating Joe. To the family of Hochanda, and of course celebrating our birthday that we're launching later on today. Right, let's head on in because we want to get to the demonstrations. 20% has already gone of the first set. Now, Joe mentioned about the fine detail that you're getting with Lavinia. It's astonishing. And I was talking to Tracy, the owner and designer, earlier on, and we were talking about how people buy the stamps and don't use them, they just keep them.
Yes.
Because they are just so beautiful.
Or they have two. One to use and one to keep.
I like that. However you're going to use these, you're going to get so much fun out of them. They're absolutely stunning. Now, the details for this, 171933, the two dragons, the script, it's a beautiful pose, and we've also got that fabulous, fabulous lady there. If you do want to get hold of these, 4 stamps in total, £23.49. Can I read out that verse?
You can.
Actually, I actually can't read, but I'm going to try. Dragon beast soaring high, beating wings through the sky. Flames of fire blaze through the air. Red eyes watch you with a luring stare. Sounds like my boss. No, I'm only kidding. These beasts of nature, feared by many, some would agree it is but envy. Wild but timid, their free spirits fly. Their sacred souls will never die. Isn't that fabulous?
Beautiful,
I love the font that's used on that as well.
Yeah.
And that really does show you that fine detail that's in there. We've got some samples to show you, though, of some of the things that you can make and create when you get these home. What have you got there, Jo?
And again, you don't have to use all the part of the stamp. You can use small areas. These are little ATCs, artist trading cards.
Oh, lovely.
What a lovely way to send a piece of your artwork to somebody. And a lot of ladies do swaps, so we swap them.
Oh, that's a good idea. Now, we're showing you some of the stamps that are coming up in the show, but over a quarter of the stock has gone already of this first set that we've got for you here. Another wonderful image.
They've been done by Alison, by the way. Sorry, I must try and remember the name.
Yes, Alison from the design team. Let me show you this, though, because this is what you can build and create using this particular stamp set. £23.49. 171933. Very, very busy for that. We'll move on because we've got so much for you on the show, and we want to get the demos in as well. And also, I'd like to get through them as quick as possible, only because I know you want to add more to your basket, so you can open up a flexi buy. If your basket comes to £60 or more, you can open up a flexi buy and divide the cost into 2. Head over this way, Joe, and let's move on to this particular set. I think this is my favourite.
It's Barrick, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a freedom price on here, £19.79. So we've got Barrack the crow or the raven. Let's look at Tracy.
Is there a
Crow
difference?
or raven? Oh, I'm not sure.
Crow. An old crow. Or is that something different?
It could be. But it's a beautiful set,
Yeah,
it really
yeah.
is. This can really unleash your imagination. 677689 is your item number. It's barrack, you've got your tree branch, the lunar buds, love those, and that mini leaf as well.
I love
That's
that
so
little
tiny.
one. You can actually do a whole card out of that little.
Oh, really?
You can make a wreath out of it. Fabulous.
Here, I think you'll find that's where we've got those beautiful stamps, just adding the detail in there. The design team have done such a fabulous job. That's stunning.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of Tracy's.
That is absolutely gorgeous. Love that. Really, really do. Love that circle and then the circle inside. And that is a great image. And we'll talk about how this was created and made later on, because the detail in that, when you see that, is so, so beautiful. Every single feather almost on there. It's absolutely stunning. It really is, really is. Show you another sample
one
here
there.
with those lunar pods. This is, have I got that the right way?
Yes,
yeah, it is, yeah. We're very, very busy for this, 677689. If you want to get hold of that as a Freedom member, there's your price on the screen. If you're not a Freedom member, you can also buy it, of course you can. And we'll just move on, one more sample to show you.
That's one of
That
Mandy's.
is absolutely stunning. Isn't it amazing, all the things that you can build and create? And remember, everyone that buys something during the show will be put into the draw, and you'll automatically be entered to win that fabulous, fabulous piece of artwork. Right, next up, because we've got so much to show you, all brand new. All brand new today. The next set, £18.99. Once Upon a Dream. You've got Rory and Darcy and the Tree of Faith. This is gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, lovely little fairies. One of the things that Tracy's very good, she does listen to what people ask for, and a few people had asked for little fairies, children fairies.
Yes.
So
Oh, that's
how
nice.
gorgeous are these?
And that's sweet.
This is wonderful, this
Yeah,
book.
the size of these are incredible, and we're going to get a closer look at this in a moment. And with the things that you design, Once Upon a Dream that you've got there, you've got Darcy and Rory there just looking up to the moon, to the tree. Maybe they're little Christmas baubles that they're trying to pick, or maybe they're berries.
Could be either.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the beauty with these stamps. You can create almost a page from a book, from a storybook, and then you can create your own story around it.
I love that. Yeah, you can. What a good idea. That could be a project for you to build and
Yes.
create a story
Yeah.
around these
Yeah.
two characters.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely? And then you could bring in the other characters from the other stamps as well,
Yes.
if you're going
Yeah.
for those,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
create your own story. £18.99 if you want to go for this set. 406455 is your item number. We are very busy for all of the sets, and lots of you are actually buying quite a few, and then you're splitting the cost into two and you're flexi buy. And we've got lots of people joining us from America
Excellent.
this morning. So good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching us in the States. Right, moving on, we've got another set for you. I'm sure you'll agree as well, the prices on all of these sets are absolutely incredible. £20.99 gets you all four of these stamps. This is the Willow Arch, the Spirit of Christmas, Una and Minnie Berry. Oh, that Minnie Berry, it's
Yes.
tiny.
Again, you can make a wreath just with the little mini berry.
Beautiful. Got some lovely samples to show you here as well. We talk about Christmas in this particular set, but it doesn't have to be for Christmas, of course. You've got the opportunity to use these throughout the year for all kinds of different occasions. And I guess that one there, Joe, you could actually build and create a wreath out of that.
I think we might be doing that in this afternoon show.
Ah, yes, there are two shows today with Lavinia Stamps. We've got lots of emails for support for
Oh,
Joe.
excellent.
Welcoming you to the show. Just a couple of samples with this set to show you, because the design team have worked so hard and there's so many beautiful samples to show you. We simply can't get through all of them at the moment, but we'll try our best throughout the show. 107336 is your item number if you want to go for this particular set. I think the hardest thing is just choosing. Do you know what? Don't choose. Head to the website, go and have a look at all the stamps available for you, all the sets, and then place them into your basket so you can check on out. Remember, you can open up that flexi buy as well if your basket comes to over £60. We've got inks available for you. We've got the brayer available for you. We've also got the gel press as well that we'll be using in the demo, so you might want to add those to your basket as well. If you are not a Freedom member and you want to become a Freedom member to take advantage of discounts and your postage and packaging being included, then please do become a Freedom member. I'm just going to grab this, and anyone that buys today is going to go into the hat, stand a chance of winning this beautiful piece of artwork, which is fabulous. I don't think we've given a prize away this big before.
Well, I do think Tracy should sign the back as well. I think if we need to persuade her, I think that would just be even better, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it certainly would. Oh, I really wish we didn't have to give that away, but we will. We will. Lots of people from your workshop, Jo, have been emailing in.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you,
well
ladies.
Done.
Well, they know how nervous I am, so...
Well, you don't seem nervous, but nerves sometimes can be a good thing. Right, let me pop that down. Now, 40% of the stock of this stamp set has now gone. We're going to demo it for you. Yeah, it's a popular one. Right, Jo, what we're going to look at?
So this is what we're going to start off. I don't know if you want to show the viewers what we're going to make. What I thought we'd do is I'm going to try and create the card from start to finish, just because I thought it would be nice to actually do it almost like a workshop, to show how it's done literally from start to finish, because I do know there are a lot of pitfalls that we can get into. So if possible, I'd like to just go through it nice and slowly.
Of course. Now, if you've got questions for Jo, please...
maybe not. Easy ones.
Take advantage of them. Then please email in. It's studio@hochanda.com, or leave your questions on Facebook, and if we can, we'll answer them for you. And if not, we'll try and get the answer and answer them later on. Right, Jo.
So what we're going to do, we're going to start with Billy Brayer, and there's a story behind him, which we'll get to later.
Okay.
And we're going to use the gel press plates.
Okay.
Now,
if you want the brayer, details coming up on your screen, and we'll pop the details for the gel press up there as well.
So I'm just going to start, and we're going to add some ink. Just going to pop it on the edge of my roller. And I'm just going to put it, it's not easy to see, but I just want to cover the whole of the gel press.
Okay. And is that one of the inks that we've got on the show today?
It is. We've got two lovely colours. They go so well together. So that's the mustard. And what I'm going to do is clean my brayer on a piece of card. Then I'm going to go in with the chocolate, and this is where I get hungry.
Really?
Because we're going to have to keep talking about chocolates.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Oh, chocolate. If you want these two ink sets, the two ink pads, then it's at the bottom of your screen. It's only £10.99 actually for both of the chocolate and the mustard, 260846. The gel press details are at the side of your screen. It's a round gel press, 6 inches in diameter, and that's only £16.49.
What I'm going to do now, if I can just show on the card, you see how we've got the darker colour at the bottom?
Bring that in, yes.
Yes. So I'm almost trying to create this because I've got an idea of the scene. So I almost want to make it look like hills and mountains. So instead of coming with the brayer straight across, so what I'm going to do, if I can just show you, is I'm just going to sort of make sort of like a landscape shape.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to do, and then pop the lid on. I'm afraid I'm one of those tidy crafters. I have to tidy up.
It's a good thing.
I'm going to clean my brayer. And the reason I wanted to show you this is when I first started, I used to use copy paper.
Yes.
But it's amazing what you can do. If you can just take one moment to show you, this is what I did with the clean up from a piece like this.
Wow, look at that. That is fabulous. Yeah, don't waste anything. Don't waste anything. So instead of just using copy paper, use some good cardstock.
Yeah. And if I can just point out, you see this foliage here?
Yeah.
That's a certain lady's hair.
No. Can I bring that in?
You can. So do remember, ladies and gents, don't just look at the stamp as a whole stamp. So just by stamping her hair here, it gave me the foliage and those little berries.
Amazing. Perfect. Okay, let me pop that there and I'll give you
lovely, thank
that
you.
One back.
This is what happens, you see, I get sidetracked, so we'll pop that to one side. Yeah. So this is my landscape. What I'm going to do now is just add some brush-os. And these are the brush-o powders that we've got on the show. We've got two colours, olive green and sandstone. And with these pots, I don't know if you've seen them before, Janice.
Yes, yeah.
You can take the lid off.
Yes.
But the problem is, if you were to knock it over and spill it, you do lose a lot of goodness.
It's so fine, isn't it?
Yeah, so just it's best to put a little pin in the lid.
Okay.
And what I've done is I've got a little palette here, and I've already added some of the brush-o and some water.
Great. We'll bring the details up on the screen. If you want the brush-o inks, you get it's a little bundle we've put together for you. So you get the Lavinia Stamps 2 brush-o inks, so both of those brush-o inks, the sprinkle it, the fan brush, the bottle spray, and you're getting the multifarious card.
Multifarious, because multiple fairies are needed to make this good quality card.
Oh, all those fairies working hard for you. That is lovely. Multifarious card.
That's how I remember
Multifarious
it,
card.
because multiple fairies are needed.
I like that. Oh, thank you, fairies. Is that true? Do they really make it? Is that why it's really called that?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Of
It is.
course
Of course
it
it is. Why am I questioning it? £17.99. It's a great deal. It really is. 343166.
So all I've done is with the fan brush, taken some of the brush holes and flicked them on.
Okay.
Now, with this technique, what you can do is bring your card and pop it on top of the gel press.
Yes.
But I'm a bit of a big kid, I'm afraid.
Go on.
And I hope this is in shots. I like to do it this way, and if we press it down, you can actually see, oh, we've got a hair, look, live on television.
Oh, it's not one of
there we
mine.
go.
It's not one of mine. It's one of
Might
the
be a
fairies.
fairy hair,
It's a
yeah. I
fairy
think it's from
hair.
the dragon, to be honest.
I think it is. I think they're playing naughty tricks on
They
us.
are. It was bound to happen today, wasn't it?
Yes.
So, if you can see, look how it all reacts.
Oh,
And
wow.
no two of these will ever be the same.
Love that. I love the two colours.
Yeah,
They work
yeah,
really
yeah.
well together, don't they? The mustard and chocolate.
If we just give it a little bit of a rub and peel it off. So that's what we have.
My
Don't know if you
word.
want to just have a look at that. I'll just put this
My
to one
word.
side.
I still fascinated how this works. That is astonishing. Just by sprinkling some of the gesso, some of the brush
Brush
with
holes,
water,
yes, yeah, yeah.
onto that gel press. My word, we're busy for the gel press, by the way. Half the stock has gone. £16.49. That's fabulous.
And also, with doing it that way, you can actually place it,
yes, yes,
So-
yeah,
which is nice, because then I don't want to trim my card.
yeah.
So what I'm going to do now is, some people would stamp the main image now,
Okay.
but I find if I do that, it may smudge.
Right.
So I'm sort of turning things around, and I'm going to do my blending around the edge first, so that then I can do my stamping.
Gives it
So-
time to dry, I guess.
Exactly, yeah.
Perfect.
And also this dries very quickly, because this card's wonderful. You can throw so much water at it, but if I do my blending, it gives time for this to dry.
Great.
A little tip as well, remember that when you're using these inks, they are water-based, so if you sort of have sweaty hands like I have today, you could have finger marks.
Yeah.
So if you just use a piece of kitchen roll, and we're just going to come in, I like to blend with two colours, so I'm going to come in with the mustard first, and I'm going to start in the corner, so it's circular motions, and ideally what I want to try and do is leave a white halo around the design.
And you get the mustard and the chocolate in that set. It's only £10.99. Now, these inks do go a long way, but if you want to get more than one set, you're more than welcome to do so. Nothing is limited to one per person. 260846.
So what I'm doing is just, the other thing is, do watch your card. If it just bends up at the corners,
Yeah.
sometimes that can create a little bit of a dig in your blending tool, in your smoothie. So we'll just smooth the corners out.
Would you say, Jo, that less is more? Because when I've tried
Yes.
to do the blending
Yeah.
technique, sometimes I've gone in a little heavy-handed.
Yes, yeah, yeah. And also a little tip, if you start on the corners, I always like my corners deeper. So the tip
Yes.
I would do is start in the corner,
Yeah.
and then you've used a lot of your ink. So as you come here where you want it lighter,
Yeah.
you've got less ink on your smoothie.
Perfect.
So again, I
I'll
turn
try
it
that.
round. This is where I think we need a lazy Susan to save me having to keep turning it.
Why are Susans lazy?
I know,
never understand
it's a
that.
good job you're not Susan, isn't it? I
It
suddenly
is.
thought. So,
They should be called a lazy Janice, actually.
or Joan. So I've put the mustard round, and then what I'm going to do is come in with the chocolate.
Okay.
And for this, I just won't come in quite as far. And again, because this is a deeper colour, it will blend on top of the mustard. And again, with it being, like I say, a deeper colour, you're not as frightened of making
Yes.
a mess of it. So start in the corner, again, down the side, turn it round. And also, if you notice, because I'm blending on my blending mat, I can actually pick up some of the colour that's on
Yeah.
the mat.
That chocolate and mustard really goes
Don't they
well
go?
together. I
Yes,
wouldn't have,
yeah.
I wouldn't have put them together, but absolutely work perfectly.
It's just the thought when you keep saying chocolate and mustard go together.
Mustard chocolate,
Mustard,
like chilli
yeah.
chocolate.
Oh, yes, yeah. Mind you, I once made a chilli and put dark chocolate in it, and my husband wasn't impressed.
Really?
Oh no, he didn't like it. He said we have to just stick to chilli as chilli without the chocolate. So,
That's no fun.
no. So, we've got that all the way around. So what we're going to do now is go in with the stamping. Now for this, I'm just going to add some copy paper, only because because we're going to stamp Zamira, and she's a solid stamp,
Yes.
and what happens when you're stamping, if you've got a silhouette stamp, they're almost less forgiving, which is
Okay.
great for my first stamp live on television, isn't it? So I'm going to use a VersaFine Clear ink pad.
Okay.
And again, there's a few pitfalls you can come into with stamping. I have found that it's one of the things that ladies, if they don't do it perfectly the first time, it puts them off.
Yes, I've found that when I've tried it.
Yeah, it's the same with a lot of these things. So if you put something like copy paper or a stamping mat, that can help, because often the tables,
Yeah.
they don't have enough give in them.
Right.
So now, as I say, she is a big stamp.
But so much fine detail on
So
there, Jo.
beautiful. So lots of light tapping.
Now we're very, very busy for this set. That includes Zamira and the dragons in the Dragonverse. Over half the stock has gone.
Gosh.
And there is another show today. What time is the other show?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock today. But half the stock of this set has gone, so that's a pre-warning for you. It's only £23.49. It's a great price. It's brand new today.
And she's beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
So put some ink on, and I find it easier to hold my block this way, and I'm just going to pop her there. The other thing when ladies are stamping is try and keep always one hand on your block.
Okay.
So sort of press with this one, and then maybe press with this.
And why is that? Is that to keep the
Just
pressure?
stop it rocking. If you take both your hands off together, it might rock, and then
Okay.
you just get a bit of a sort of almost a smudge on it. And the other thing is, because this ink's got a long open time, we just need to let the ink soak into the paper. And that's more important with the silhouette, because if you think you've got more ink on this
Yes,
image,
Yeah.
and this is where at a workshop I would say, if only I could sing. The temptation is, especially if you're sort of concerned that it's not going to stamp, you want to almost get it over and done with.
Yeah.
So the temptation is to lift the image off the stamp off too quickly.
But just take your time.
So yes, let that ink soak in.
I guess it's better to spend more time doing this,
Yeah.
because then it's less
And
room
then
for error.
lift off and look at that.
That's
She's just beautiful, her
That is
hair.
astonishing. And do you know what I love about it as well? With the hair, you've got the detail from behind coming through. And I love that, the same sort of drifting down there. They could be vines from a tree or some ivy. That is just incredible. Absolutely, even down, you see here, the hands. That lovely, if only I had hands like that. Beautiful detail. Perfect. Okay.
The way she is as well, you can place things in her hand, she can be releasing butterflies,
Yeah.
birds. We've got so many lovely floral stamps as well at Lavinia. She can be picking the flowers.
Yes.
Again, it's that story. I want to create a story with her.
And if you've got some of your fine line pens, for example,
Yeah.
you could draw on to that, you know, some vines or flowers would look lovely.
Yeah. I mean, even for a wedding, she could be throwing confetti.
Yes, yeah, that's lovely. It's a
Again-
lovely image.
So I'm going to bring in the dragons. Now, these are wonderful. And these you can use just for a card on their own. Great for men's cards. Dare I say those difficult men?
60% of the stock of this set has gone, just to let you know. Like the dragons, they're flying out.
Now this one, for me, she's got some food in her hand and she's feeding him.
I wonder what dragons
What
eat.
do they eat?
What do dragons?
Other
Apart from
dragons?
people. Dragons eat anything.
Anything that can't run very quickly.
Yeah, apparently they're at the top of the food chain, so they eat what they
Yes,
want.
Yeah.
Puff the Magic Dragon didn't, though. He was sweet.
I remember that song.
Yeah.
When I was little, I couldn't say Galilee, the place where he lived.
Oh yeah.
Was it
I'll have
something
to go
like
through
that?
it in my
Was
head.
it? Or I just made that up.
And I came in a land called. I think it was. I think it was.
Have I
think
made it? Is that how I
You probably
heard
did
it?
make
Yeah.
it up, but it's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I
But it's
it
not
began with-
right.
I think it began with an H. Not called. I think
Maybe
it's
that's
a
all I
land
could
near
say.
Hawaii, actually. I might be wrong, but look it up. Don't believe everything you read on the
Some
internet.
people might not remember Puff the Magic Dragon.
No. How sad.
I can't imagine that.
You won't forget these in a hurry, though. These are gorgeous. And you might have your own names for them as well. Because you
Yes,
can
we
print
could
them as many
name them.
times as you like. And again, using the same technique, Jo?
So this one, I just like to have, so we've got the full dragon there, and these I'm just putting off the page.
Yeah.
Because it just looks nicer. And also I've made sure that I haven't put one directly, I've just altered, so it looks like they're all flying in.
Oh,
For
yeah.
me, she's got food and they're all coming towards the food.
She's very calm.
I'm glad one of us is.
No, she's very calm,
I know.
considering she's got 3 dragons flying towards her.
Just going to give that a little bit of a blot because, like I say, VersaFine has got a long open time, so just give it a little blot. And what I'm going to do now is we're just going to put a piece of acetate that's going to be my moon. One thing I will say is acetate, as a lot of ladies and gentlemen know, with it being see-through,
Yes.
you lose it. So I've put a little dot of a Posca pen on mine.
That's a good idea.
So I did think otherwise we could be hunting for this all day. Now, again, you can decide where, and it's all how you want the design to look. And I think really, for me, it's got to be there so that we've got lovely Zamira and just the head of the little dragon. So I'm going to go in with the chocolate and I'm going to use my smoothie again. The important thing with this is always hit the acetate first. If you go straight onto your card and you've got a lot of ink, you can get too much of a thick line, which is hard to get rid of.
So it's like a mini blend.
So
in that.
it is,
Yeah,
yes,
a good idea.
yeah. So again, and the other tip is when you've gone all the way around, and there it looks like I've hardly got any colour.
Yeah.
So if I took the whole mask off, it's very hard putting it back on, the little bit of acetate. So lift it up and look at that. It's amazing how much there is.
It is, isn't it?
So again,
and when that goes all the way
and
around.
just
Now, do you go, as you come down here, would you go over your stamped image?
what I'm going to do is go, because there's a gap in her hair, so it's obvious you'll be able to see it through her hair,
So you can go
but I'm
out.
going to leave the silhouette part.
Right.
And
yeah,
then
I guess
just
the chocolate doesn't contaminate the black too much,
No,
does it?
and because I've blotted it,
Yeah.
that this is the bit where if you haven't blotted it, if you forget, it
Right.
would smudge and it would look black.
Great. I love this process. It's fabulous, isn't it?
I just love the way it builds up.
Oh.
So
Yes, now but we've had an email in about Puff the Magic Dragon.
Oh.
And yes, it was Honolulu. That's right.
Honolulu.
I think it is something to do with Hawaii. I do believe. I think I flew over there once. But
Did you?
I didn't see Puff.
you're probably busy.
He was, yeah, signing autographs on the
So,
beach.
yes, yeah.
Now, yes, we've got a good question from Jill. Thanks for emailing in, Jill. Jill would like to know the angel policy on the Lavinia stamps, and that's regarding, you know,
Yes.
making, creating and selling
You
cards.
can make and sell, as long as it's something that you've handmade.
Yes.
Handmade, definitely.
So
Yeah,
individual
yeah,
handmade
yeah,
cards,
yeah.
pieces of art.
You can. I do pyrography. That's where you do the wood burning.
I'm glad
so
you explained
again,
that.
I stamp it on on breadboards.
God, yeah.
And dragons, I have to say, I do a workshop in Anglesey, and the Welsh ladies, obviously, love the
Perfect.
dragons.
Pyrography,
So-
that would be amazing with the dragons.
Yes, yeah,
To
yeah,
use the stamps
yeah,
in that way.
yeah.
That's interesting.
And again, I keep saying about men, but it's great for men's cards and gifts for men.
yes.
Because for a lady, we can always get flowers, candles, but men, it's just that more difficult.
Yeah, perfect. So that's your angel policy. As long as it's handmade by yourselves, then you can use the stamps for that, which is brilliant. Thank you.
What I'm going to do now is just stamp this lovely dragon verse. And what I want is, I want it in the background, but I want to balance. I have a thing about opposite corners.
Do you?
I just find it works, so I'm just going to stamp. And I don't necessarily want the whole of the verse. I just want it to add some depth there. And so can you see, for me, that's not balanced.
Are you using the chocolate?
I am using the
Using the chocolate,
chocolate,
yeah.
yeah.
That font is beautiful.
Yes, yeah. Looks like I've just written it, doesn't it?
And this is the quality that you're getting with the stamps from Lavinia as well. You can see how fine that font is, but how clear it is as well. Now, 70% of the stock of this set, with Zamira, the dragons and the dragon verse, 4 stamps in total, £23.49. It is a fabulous deal, and we're very, very busy for it.
What I want to do now is just ground Zamira. At the minute, she looks like she's floating,
Yes.
which she's probably magical, so she can float,
Yes.
but I think she would look better. So just going to tear a little bit of copy paper and going to use the chocolate again and just drag down
I find it fascinating that we've only used 2 colours.
I
And a
love
bit
the fact.
of the brush shows, of course, but only 2 colours in the ink pads to develop this and to build it.
Just such a minimum palette. Now it's the same technique here, like when we put the moon on.
Yeah.
So if I lift the paper off and I don't think the colour's deep enough, it's hard matching it up again.
Yeah.
So what I would recommend is hold it with this hand, lift. Oh, and I think I need just a little bit more.
But it's still in the same place.
Yes,
Perfect.
yeah. It's just about thinking about it, and a lot of these tips, they're very simple, but sometimes people need to just point them out, and you think, oh, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah. Very good.
One thing I just want to point out is when I've lifted it, if you can see, there's a little bit of white under her dress.
Yeah.
Can you just see there? So to get rid of that, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, I would just move the paper up a little bit, and you see by just coming in again, we've got rid of that. Oh, there's another bit there. Just by filling in that space, so that looks better, we've got no white. So we've given her a little bit of land that she's standing on.
Isn't that lovely? That is so lovely, it really is. It could be a card, it could be a plaque for the wall. It's wonderful, it really is, and you can build and create this. You can, of course, watch this show again or rewind, so you can follow along with Jo when you get your stamp set home. But you do need to get it home, and we are very busy, so it might be time to consider checking out your baskets to make sure you get what you want. Now, we've also got a little bundle for you, including those brush shows, if you want to go for that, and that fabulous fan brush. Jo was showing you there how just spritzing it onto the gel press, but there's lots of other ways you can use that particular brush with your brush shows. If you do want to get hold of that, you're also getting the multifarious card as well, all made by the fairies, of course. 343166 is your item number. It's only £17.99, and you can add this to your basket. And remember, if your baskets do tip over the £60 mark, then we'll split the cost into 2 for you over 2 months. It just makes it affordable, and it just means you get what you want when you want it, rather than having to wait the space of 2 months. We'll wait instead to take your money, but you'll get everything in one sitting. If you want to go for the ink pads, you've got your Nocturne and your Chianti. Oh, good Chianti. 169197, £11.49. And we've also got the ink set that we were using throughout the demonstrations. Chocolate and mustard. That's the only colours that Jo used throughout that card. And with the different pressure and the different blending, look fabulous. So if you want to go for those, 260846 is your item number. Oh, you can also get the brayer roller as well. We've got a story about this. I'll tell you that next. £11.99, 347755 is your item number. Can we just say about the brayer?
We
the
can.
Story?
So this is Billy Brayer.
Billy Brayer.
When I started crafting, I tried to use a brayer, and every time I used it, I got lines.
Okay.
And again, I feel for ladies, because if we don't do something perfectly, we just put it to one side and we think, right, I'm rubbish at that, I can't do it. And he stayed in his box for years.
Oh.
And then I decided, you know what, I need to master this. So I called him Billy, because then he's not as frightening, is he?
No.
So, Billy Brayer, and I had a go, and I thought, do you know what, if I get lines, I'll get rid of the lines, I'll add water to it.
Yes.
If that's the way it works for me, I've not got to be frightened of it. And that's one thing I just want to get over to all the other ladies and gents, that really, just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And there are ways around it.
There are. That's a good idea. Oh, maybe send in your names for your brayers.
Yeah.
And if you've not got a name, just get your brayers out, give them a name. And if you don't have a brayer, why don't you get one from us? £11.99. You can call it whatever you like. 347755.
So my Billy's very excited that he's actually come to Hochanda.
Oh, welcome, Billy.
Yeah, he's very happy.
I'm talking to a brayer, but I feel all right doing
I
that.
told you it was going to be mad, didn't I?
But I actually feel okay.
Just ask what the jelly plate's called.
Oh, really? Now, talking of the gel press, then we are very busy. We are limited stock for the gel press, limited stock. So if you do want to get it, those are the details. We could be showing you those for the very last time. So it might be an idea to pop it in your basket and check out. If you leave things in your basket for 10 minutes or more, they've got a tendency to pop out.
Ooh.
So
We
do
don't
check
want things
out.
popping out.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Not this early in the morning. Maybe after 6 o'clock tonight, who knows. Right.
Right, so we're going to do this card now with your favourite little man, Barrick.
Okay.
So we're going to use the gel press again while we can.
Please, let's have a look at this now. is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It's a crow. It could be a raven, it's entirely up to you, but it's a crow. But look at the detail on there. Fine line detail, it's incredible. And all the gel press has sold out, technically sold out. So well done if you have got it. Do check out your baskets if it's still there. So yeah, technically sold out. When I say still there, I mean if it's in your basket, grab it out so we don't have any bounce back. I love that. So this is what we're going to build and create now.
We are. So similar sort of technique, but different. So we're going to add a little bit of a twist to it. So we're going to come in with the mustard again and just put that base coat with the mustard.
I think with something like this, you just need to trust the fact that it's going on, or put.
Yes.
Could you, if you put a bit of white card under there, could you just keep checking?
Yes, yeah. But I think a lot of it is just you get used to it.
Yeah.
You get used to putting the ink on and knowing it's there. So we don't need very much. What we're going to do now is we're going to make this edge.
Okay.
So I almost wanted to make it look like he was peering out from inside sort of the hollow of a tree.
Yeah, it does look like that.
And for that, we're going to use the chocolate colour box and we're going to take it round the edge of the gel press.
Okay.
And we're just going to catch the edge.
Is that what gives it that lovely sort of mottled effect?
Yes, yeah. So that's the ink.
Wow.
These inks are very high in pigment, which is why they just work so well with the gel press.
Yes. That does
So
look
just
amazing.
go all the way around the edge. And then what we're going to do is just sprinkle a little bit more of our brush hose. So we're going to get our fan brush again. Bring the brush hose in. And again, just sprinkle a little. It's just to add this nice detail in the background.
If you do want to get hold of that brush, it is part of a set. The details on the screen, £17.99. So you get the brush show inks, you get this sprinkle it fan brush, you get the spray bottle, and you get the card included as well.
The multifarious.
The multifarious card, made by several fairies.
We're going to do like we did before. Like I say, this is just easing, helps with positioning. So we'll pop it in the middle.
I guess you can manipulate it as well by pressing in different areas to spread it.
Yeah. Like I say, I just think it's so wonderful to watch. I'd hate to miss out on this bit.
Love this technique because it's instant.
Yes, yeah. It is a bit addictive as well. I have to say, when I do it at home, I have to have a large stack of cards ready because you go, oh, I like that one. Oh, I could do another one. And, oh, I could add this colour. Oh, I could, and then you just...
I love it. It is like a sliced mushroom or like an aubergine, yes. Or eggplant, if you live in the States.
What we're going to do now is, what I did was I just put some chocolate ink on my gel press and popped it on a piece of copy paper.
Okay.
And then I've just cut one side out.
Yeah.
And this is because what we want to do is we now want to do some stamping inside this area. So if you've got this, that means that we can use the two parts of it. So we can either protect and mask off this part, or if we wanted to, say, stamp some foliage around here, we could protect this part.
Okay. Perfect.
So we've made ourselves. So what we'll do first is we'll stamp the tree branch that then we can then sit barrack on. So
now remember, anyone buying anything throughout the show today is going to be entered into a draw to win this. And what's the name of the fairy on this one?
Una.
Una. This is Una. That is absolutely gorgeous. It really, really is. And this is one of the stamps that's brand new today. You may recognise this as part of one of the stamp sets that we've got available for you. There's no hook on the back, so you can do whatever you like with it, actually. You could put it into a frame, you could add a hook to it, or you could just lean it up against something to give you that inspiration. It's absolutely beautiful, and you're in a chance of winning that. You just have to buy something on the show. So we will announce the winner towards the end, and that's to celebrate, of course, Lavinia Stamps, all the brand new today, to celebrate the fact we've got lovely Jo with us, and of course, as a prelude to our birthday that's coming up today.
Are we too early for cake?
Never too early for cake. Never too early for cake.
Thinking.
I don't know whether there is one. There will be a big cake.
There's got to be at least
one. I don't think we can cut into it yet, but I'm sure we'll sort something out. I'll go and get some cake.
Yeah, we need cake.
Yes.
So I've stamped the branch, And I've used the Chianti for this.
Okay.
Because I want to do the leaves in Chianti as well, just so that Barrick shows up better if I do him in the black, in the Nocturne.
We'll bring the details up for the Chianti, not the wine, the ink pad.
Cake and Chianti.
Oh, yeah, a bit, oh, what's that cake? What's the moist cake that I like? What's the name for it? No, it's not Madeira. I love Madeira cake. It's kind of soaked, yeah, in... Tiramisu? Tiramisu.
That's sort of an Italian sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be nice with some Chianti.
Yeah. If we put an order in, could it be ready when we walk off, do you think?
Well, what's the time now? Oh, if we were about an hour or so later, we'd hear a little tune from outside the wall in that direction. That's when not a little person, we're little people.
There's nothing wrong with little people.
There's not. It's a little van comes round. Luckily, with a little person in, because if it was big, they'd be all like this out of it. And they bring food. It's ever so good.
Excellent.
Yes, you have to pass over currency, but yeah.
They don't just give it to you.
No. Hey ho.
What I want to show you is I've done this on purpose. My ladies know what I'm like. If you have a silhouette stamp and there's one little area where I haven't inked up,
right,
or I was too busy talking and didn't put enough pressure, so we've got a little bit that isn't just perfect.
Okay.
And the best way to get around that, again, you don't stress about it. You have a special paintbrush, and this one I've put black on, so I know, with a Sharpie pen, so I know, with a permanent marker, so I know this is my paintbrush. And if you take the same ink pad, and just paint the area in.
Oh, so don't stamp it again, there's no need.
If the trouble is, if you try and overstamp it, what can happen is if you miss, then the whole thing's ruined.
Yeah, you're right.
So if I go in, and again at home I would take longer, because you're using the same ink and it will dry to the same technique and the same colour, it's the texture. So so obviously I've done that on purpose just to show how to get over it.
You know how you use stamps in different ways?
Yes.
And something you mentioned earlier about using Zamira's hair.
Yes, yeah, I love that, yeah.
I'm just thinking, you could, if you masked off maybe the legs and the beak, use those as angel wings.
Oh, you could.
Maybe.
Yes, maybe.
It's good to use
but
stamps
it's lovely
in
how,
ways.
yes, my mind does that. It sort of races away. When we get new stamps, I get all very giddy.
This is a beautiful stamp, it really, really is. What a lovely, lovely image that's there.
What I'm going to do now is just stamp the foliage. So I've put my copy paper there because obviously I want to keep it in the design.
And these are the lunar pods?
They are the lunar pods, beautiful.
Again,
these remind me of sliced fruit.
Yeah, they do. They do. Or, oh my word, they're like sunflowers inside them.
Or an eye.
Or an eye.
I hadn't thought about that till today. How spooky is that?
Actually, I'm just going to pick this. I don't know if we can come close in on this lunar pod here. Tell me what you can see at home. I can see like a sunflower in there, or an eye, or a sliced fruit. But again, when you see that, when you see the detail that's in these stamps, it is incredible. Even have a look down to the lines all the way around the edge. You see that? All those separate little lines all the way around the edge. Incredible detail. Love that.
So what I'm going to do now is add some foliage, this beautiful little foliage stamp.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to start with is the mustard, and I'm going to build up. I like to use a couple of different colours.
Okay.
The one thing I will say, when you're stamping this, if you look at it, it's got a stem, and try and be mindful with your branch. Think about where the stem would come from.
Right, yes.
So just sort of try and be mindful where to stamp it. So if I show you, so I would say here, if we can get that in shot, stamp it there. So it looks like it's actually growing from the branch.
Got you.
We want it to be as realistic as possible.
Again, this is such a tiny, tiny stamp, but it delivers such an impact because of the detail that's in that stamp, due to the design process and the quality of the stamp that Lavinia are world renowned for. as well. It's beautiful. And like you say, it just adds, if you use it with different colours as well, you could build up a whole tree.
You can. And it's lovely to do. So I've added some of the mustard. Now I want to come in with some of the chocolate.
Okay.
Just to sort of add, it gives depth.
Yes.
And also, to be honest, if there was any little bits that you weren't happy with, that you'd say not put as much pressure on, you've got the leaves to put over them.
Of course.
Or if there was any bit of the background that you didn't particularly like.
Cover it with leaves.
Yes, yeah.
Now we created this circular effect using the gel press, and we did sell out of that, but I've just had some really good news. Really good news, Justin. We have some more available for you. Quickest finger first. It's only a 3-day wait as well, so there's not many. 292337 is your item number if you do want to get hold of that. £16.49. Get it in your basket.
So what I'm doing now is just building up a little bit, just putting some branches in the top. And then just to add a little bit more depth, I'm going to come in with the Chianti. I don't want to use the black because it will be quite stark. So if I just ink this lovely little stamp up, and you see, if I come in with a deeper colour, it gives me more depth.
I love that.
And I'll just add, and don't be afraid of turning your work round. You want to make it easy for yourself. We don't want to sort of be doing any of this. So I'm just going to add a few.
Jane's just come up with a great idea. Jane has emailed in.
Excellent.
Or left a message on Facebook. Oh, I've got a tickle in my throat, sorry. And those lunar pods could be dragon eggs.
They could. Oh, I like that.
That's a good idea. The dragons flying over, guarding the eggs.
Guarding their eggs.
So more dragons can hatch. How exciting. Oh, the gel press. We did sell out. We got some back on extended delivery. Only a couple of days to wait, but it's already gone limited stock. It's already gone limited stock. So quickly get it into your basket if you need it. 092337. Well done for getting that.
What I want to show you, just a last finishing touch, we haven't actually mentioned the sprinklets. Have you seen these before?
No.
Fabulous. And it's a wonderful way of just adding some glitter to this and some pizzazz.
Gel press, sold out again.
Oh.
Sold out, that's it. Well done, everyone.
What I'm going to do, because I'm going to spritz some water, I just want to put the lids on my ink pads because obviously I don't want to add water and contaminate my ink pads.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is just lightly spritz the design, and then I've popped a little hole in the lid, and it's just like I'm adding salt and pepper.
Okay.
And what happens is it's the water that will adhere the sprinklet to the card.
Right.
If you want a lot of sprinklet, I would suggest doing it in a couple of layers.
Yeah.
So add a little bit.
Okay.
And I don't know if you want to show the camera if it can pick that up, the sparkle.
That is, can you see? I'll show you that way, and then I'll look at that.
And as it dries, you'll see it even better.
And can you see that on the white as well? Look how effective that is. Like tiny, tiny flash bulbs all going off. It's a paparazzi. They've heard that Joe's in the building. That is stunning. Love that. Absolutely beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? What a lovely image with those stamps. Oh, I could just look at that all day. It's like little fairies sparkling away, all with flashlights, taking pictures. But unfortunately we can't look at that all day, but I'd love to. Right, what are we doing now?
So, do you want me to do another demo? How long have we got left?
Well, let's have a look at the time. What shall we do? There's only 8 minutes left of the show. We will be announcing the winner. Anyone that's bought anything throughout the show will be winning this. And we'll announce the winner in about 5 minutes' time. But let's remind you of the stamps that we've got in the show so you can pop them into your basket and we'll carry on with the demos for you. So this is the Zamira, 80% gone. It's a fabulous set, and that verse as well is lovely. You can use them collectively, you can use them separately. It's a fun set of stamps. It's a gorgeous set, beautifully designed. £23.49 if you want to go for those. 171933. Now, Barak the Crow, he is a handsome chap, he really is. And you get the lunar pods, they could be dragon eggs, could be anything you like. You get that beautiful leaf stamp as well, and the branch, £21.99, 677 689 is your item number. That's my favourite set, love that. Maybe this is my favourite. Maybe they're all my favourite. This is lovely, and you can build up a story of this if you want to. This is Once Upon a Dream, and it's Rory and Darcy, and A Tree of Faith. 4 stamps in total, £18.99. Fabulous prices today if you want to go for that. And then the Spirit of Christmas. Again, this is actually featured in the prize that we're giving away on a larger scale, the original art scale. 107336 is your item number, £20.99. Right, we've got about 6 minutes left of demo time. What do you want to show us?
Just want to show you how we can use this little stamp. So this is a nice impromptu demo. So
and this one is from the...
It's Barak, it's the one we've just... So all I'm going to do is just stamp at the top of my card. Now this, I'm afraid, I've just hand cut it now, so this is very impromptu.
That's all right.
Turn your card round, and then we're just going to stamp it again. Always turn your card round.
Yeah.
Again, it just makes it easier. And then we'll just go in to the deeper colour, and what I want to do now is fill the space, because we're going to make ourselves a nice autumn wreath.
How lovely. Again, don't those colours work
Don't
well
they?
together?
Beautiful. And again, you could alter. Like I say, I'm just impromptu doing this.
If you were going to alternate it like you say, would you?
Yeah. You could do second generation, so you could have some faint ones in, like
but you'd
that.
always do the mustard first, then the darker. You wouldn't
Makes
go
no
mustard
difference.
dark. No.
I just happened to pick up the mustard first. But again, if you wanted to, we've got a little space there. You could go in with second generation.
Oh yeah, and go over that.
See, and just fill it in. Really, you just want to try and get that shape.
And it starts to look even fuller, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah. So as I say, the one little, you know, if you stuck sometimes, say, an autumnal card, if you did it in oranges.
Yes, it'd be lovely. Or as a background, or as a frame.
Yes, yeah.
Corner work as well.
That little, you could just put a sentiment across the middle.
It's a beautiful little stamp, this is. I say little, but look at the large project that you can start to build and create with that. But it's, again, it's all about that fine detail.
Yes, yeah. And when you think how many times you can stamp it and how beautiful it is.
Yeah, really like that. Very, very good, very good. If you want to get hold of any of the stamp sets, all brand new today, they've all been so popular. Joe and Lavinia Stamps will be back at 3 o'clock today, but we're not sure how much stock will be back because we've been so busy, and lots of people have been joining us from America as well, and Europe. So it's lovely to have your company, it really is, and people can buy in between the shows as well. So I'm not trying to scare you into checking out your baskets or buying, but I don't want you to miss out either, and that's the point of just telling you that. We're going to announce the winner.
I was going to say, have we got a winner?
Should we do it? Should we
do we have to?
No, I really don't want to. Okay.
You could
I don't want to because I want to keep
can't
it
hear.
myself. I could try that. This really is fantastic, and the person that's won this has bought something throughout the show, and the winner is Valerie Whiston. Oh, well done, Valerie.
Congratulations, Valerie.
Congratulations. I can't speak. Just so envious. That is beautiful. Well done, well done. And thank you to Tracy and the team for donating this. It's a wonderful, wonderful idea. So we'll get your details, Valerie, and we'll get that sent out to you. Right, how long have we got of the show left? 3 minutes. Could we do something else?
Or should we show some samples?
Shall we?
I do think the design team have done.
So.
I must thank the design team because they've been absolutely brilliant.
Let's start with this one here. I love this. Love the sparkle that's on it to give that midnight look. And do you have the same sparkle going around the moon there? That's amazing. That looks great as you move that. We've got some more samples to come in here of the same. And this is combining the stamp sets there, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So obviously there's a story there.
Yes. You know, isn't that lovely?
I know what that's like. I can't reach that apple up there. Can you help me?
Oh, isn't it lovely? Not just large cards, smaller cards as well, very impactful. And that's Barak there, those are the lunar pods. And that's the leaf in the corners. Oh wow, look at this next one. And that one's by
Julie.
That one's by Julie. The previous one was by Jo. This is by Lisa.
Yeah.
This is stunning.
Mixed media, absolutely beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Isn't it wonderful?
That could even be like a monster coming out the
Couldn't
sea.
it? Loch Ness Monster.
Yes. Yeah. Apparently.
Other monsters are available.
Yeah, other monsters are
yeah.
available, but that's been in the news just recently. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Mobile phone case.
Yes. Oh, isn't that lovely? That really, and a great project maybe for some of the children to get involved with as well. And like you say, developing that story. This is nice.
Christmas, we always like to give, you know, if you like handmade gifts.
Yes, a good idea.
These would be perfect.
And that's by Zoe. Really like that, Zoe. That's lovely. Nice background. I went to pick this up, I thought it was really heavy. I was like that, but it's not. Isn't that lovely?
The attention to detail.
Oh, it opens up.
Absolutely beautiful.
Once Upon a Dream. Isn't that lovely? Oh, there's a little
That's by
note in
Eleanor,
there.
yes.
Is that by Oh, that's...
Yes, yeah. Well, again, you could give this and put a gift inside.
Yeah, that would be
Or
good,
imagine
wouldn't it?
Christmas, instead of having Christmas crackers around your table,
Yes.
you could do each person a little book with their individual gift inside.
That'd be a nice idea.
And you could customise it to the person, the recipient.
You can. Or if you're buying one set of the Lavinia stamps, you could put another set inside here as a gift to
even
somebody.
better.
And that'd be a
Yeah.
really nice way of giving that to them. Here's another lovely card. This one's by
Alison.
Isn't that pretty? Oh, we've got a jet going overhead. Can you
Oh,
hear that?
yes.
No, it's not. It's the dragons.
Yes.
That's the dragons roaring fire above our heads.
They've come to look at the eggs, the dragon eggs.
Yeah. Oh, they're not dragon eggs, really,
No,
Mr. Dragon.
no.
That's it. He's gone. He's all right. Did you hear that dragon? He was just overhead. This is pretty, very colourful as well, because we've been showing lots of samples in the darker colours. But yeah, add colour, add detail. Isn't that lovely? And again, you've got that lovely glitter on there. Another couple of samples to show you. This one is by Lynn.
So this one, we have a tea light.
Oh, we do. Sorry.
And so if you pop the tea light,
Does the tea light go on that base there?
it can do. Yes, look at that. How
There you
beautiful
go.
is that?
And I think we might bring the lights down if we can. Or not. There is a light in. Oh, there you go.
There we go. You have power.
I do have
Dragon power.
It is on. It's just there. Right. Now, I told you it'd go quickly.
I know.
We've got 10 seconds left. Jo, thank you so much. We'll see you again at
3
o'clock today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much as well. Remember to check out your baskets. Make sure you get what you want. Thanks very much. We'll see you in a few moments' time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.